Hello, my name is Dr. Caroline Walker, and for those who don't know me, I'm an NHS trained psychiatrist and I specialise full-time in the well-being of doctors. I made a video last week about some of the emerging mental health impacts and emotional impacts on doctors going through this COVID pandemic, and it had several thousand views within a couple of days. So I've realised that there is this massive need out there at the moment for doctors to be hearing about what the normal emotional responses are at extraordinary times like these and what we can all do to help ourselves to get through those. So I'll be making a series of these videos, so please, if you're finding them helpful, please like, love, comment on them and share them, because then I know that it's helping, and I just want to do my bit to help as many doctors through this challenging time as possible. So what I'm going to do is just pick up on what I'm seeing in doctors and try to normalise that for you if you're a doctor out there that's struggling at the moment. And today, or this last 2 or 3 days, particularly here in the UK, I'm hearing a lot of doctors talking about feeling guilty. This is not one of the emotions I saw coming. I was expecting, the fear, I was expecting a bit of anger, I was expecting grief, etc. to come, and trauma, and we'll be covering all of those in other videos. But this one took me a little bit by surprise, and it seems to have come really at this time, and I'm hearing it, as I say, I heard it from 7 or 8 different doctors in different contexts just yesterday alone. So what I'm hearing a lot from doctors is, for a range of reasons, that they're feeling guilty for not being able to do enough to help in this crisis at this point in time. We all feel a deep sense of wanting to help, a deep sense of being connected to this terrible situation that's going on, and knowing that we have special skills and potential to help, and for lots and lots of reasons many of us can't at the moment. So I'm hearing from doctors who are off work, for example, those that have been signed off for work because they were unwell prior to this happening. They're feeling incredibly guilty and wanting to get back to work despite perhaps not being ready to. I'm hearing from doctors who are now obviously off sick or with the coronavirus, or are self-isolating because they've been exposed to it, and they're feeling incredibly guilty while their colleagues are out there still fighting on the front lines. I'm hearing from people who are on career breaks, or who have perhaps recently retired or stepped back from clinical medicine, or choosing to do other things with their time, who are now feeling really guilty that they're not still in it and still able to step up and help at this time. We're also, obviously in the last 24 hours in the UK, with the news that the schools are going to be closing, there's a lot of doctors feeling guilty about the fact that they're going to have to try and manage their childcare commitments with their commitment to working against COVID at this time more directly. I'm also hearing from quite a few doctors who are feeling really guilty because they don't feel particularly anxious or upset at the moment, or they're not really feeling yet the bite emotionally of what's going on. And again, I really want to normalise that for you. That does not, if you're feeling like that, if you're just like, actually, why is everyone quite so stressed because it hasn't really affected me yet, and I don't, I'm not really feeling it. Absolutely normal. We are not all going to respond the same way at the same time. I am hearing from a few doctors as well that feel incredibly guilty because they're actually finding this situation quite professionally stimulating and even enjoyable and excitable in some ways. So, and by that I mean typically these are doctors that are on the front line of things like intensive care or A&E, or who are really driven and passionate about helping people at their most vulnerable, emerging, emergency type moments in their lives, and this is what drives them to do the job that they're super passionate about. So when something like this happens, they get stuck in this horrible place where finally their incredible skill set and experience is being put to the most amazing use. They are being inundated by requests and support and love and pride, and people backing them, and they're getting stuck in this really horrible place where they're feeling guilty for getting some sort of pleasure and reward from that, when it's at the cost obviously of people going through something really terrible and on the other side of it. So Yeah, so I'm seeing a huge range at the moment of doctors struggling with guilt, and I just want to normalise every single one of those experiences is incredibly normal and incredibly common. And whatever kind of guilt you are feeling right now as a doctor, you are not alone with that. I have even had some guilty thoughts, and I'm doing my bit as well. So we're all feeling. I think we can get those thoughts. So I want to just first of all normalise that. This doesn't mean there's nothing wrong with you, and in fact, I think this guilt mostly is being driven from a really good place. It's being driven because we care. We care about our fellow human beings. We care about our colleagues. We care about our nation. We care about our NHS, and we care about the world. And we desperately want to do everything we can at this point in time to help. So it's really understandable that in that situation where for whatever reason you can't help, maybe even just you're having a day off and you might have been working like amazingly stressful hours and putting in all the efforts, but you're feeling guilty for taking the time off or to go home and get some rest. It's really normal, because we care. If we didn't care, we wouldn't be feeling that. So please understand that you're feeling that because you are a good person and this is coming from a good place. So what can help you if you are feeling guilty? Well, hopefully listening to this and knowing that you're not on your own is going to help. Also, thinking about why it is you feel guilty. Well, because you care and you want to do more, and that's a good thing. And then maybe thinking about how you can channel that. So maybe reassuring yourself about what you already are doing to help. And it may be that you are somebody that's working on the front line but is taking a little step back temporarily, either for a day off or some holiday or a time out, and that is absolutely what you are supposed to be doing right now, because this is a long-term problem that we are facing, and we need everybody to take care of themselves really well and to take time off and to get away when they need to, so that when they come back they can be really effective. If you're somebody that is off, or say you're off sick at the moment, or you've just decided to take a career break, and you're kind of thinking, oh, I really feel bad that I'm not in there with my colleagues fighting this, please remember that you are going to do your bit. Yeah, you might be someone that's going to come back to work in a few weeks or a few months, just when other doctors are going to start to be really struggling and are going to need that relief support. So if you're off sick at the moment and you've got an impending return to work in the next few weeks or months or over the next year, then please know you are going to do your bit and you're going to be needed. And what you need to do right now is look after you so you can be well when that time comes. If you're taking a career break right now, this same applies. We need you to be doing whatever it is that's helping you to stay well, so that you can be helpful when the time comes. And let's not underestimate what we do. Yes, we're doctors, but we're also human beings, and doing things like self-isolating when we need to, social distancing, helping to support our friends and our families and our colleagues, because I know many doctors are being repositories and support points of support for their wider social network at the moment. All of those things that you are doing are really important and really valuable. So please do not feel guilty, you are helping. And if you're unable to help for whatever reason at the moment, please know that we understand and we are not judging you for that, okay? We have all got to go through this journey in our own time, and we will all contribute in our own ways and in our own times, if we look after ourselves, number one. I just want to finish by just signposting a couple of support services for you if you are struggling as a doctor. If you're out there and some of the things I'm talking about are resonating with you and you're struggling and you need some general support, we're signposting UK doctors at the moment to the BMA Wellbeing Service. If you Google that, it comes up. There's a 24/7 phone line you can call, and they can put you in touch with some one-to-one sessions of supportive type talking sessions, just to talk through what's going on for you. So if you're having that kind of lower level kind of anxieties or stresses or strains and you want to talk it through with someone, try the BMA Wellbeing Service. If you're feeling like this is a bit more, that maybe you're a bit burnt out, that maybe you've got depression or anxiety or trauma going on, or something a bit more like your mental health is really struggling and it's starting to really impact you day to day, then please, in England you can self-refer to the NHS practitioner health service. So I just want to highlight a couple of those services. There are other free support resources listed on the website at joyfuldoctor.com, and as I said before, please, if you want to email me and I can help to signpost you in any way, please do at caroline@joyfuldoctor.com. As I say, if this has been a helpful video for you today, or for anybody you know that it might be helpful for, please like it, comment, share, so I know that I'm doing the right things here, and I'll keep doing them as and when new things are popping up. Really sending all my love to you all out there at the moment, and yeah, if you're feeling guilty, please know you're not alone, and it's because you're a good person and you care, and you will be doing your bit already, and if you're not, you'll be doing your bit soon. So yeah, hang in there. Okay, bye for now.